When did your entire class unite against a teacher? Mr. Rivera had been our English teacher since September, and everything was normal until the Tuesday after winter break. He walked into class 10 minutes late, which never happened, and his hands were shaking when he wrote the assignment on the board. Read chapter 7 and answer questions 1 through 9. Skip question 5. His handwriting was messier than usual. Someone asked if he was okay, and he said he was fine, just tired from the holidays. But his eyes kept darting to the door like he expected someone to burst in. The next day, he gave us a pop quiz with weird instructions. Write a paragraph about your favorite childhood memory. Include the words red, door, and basement in your response. Make sure your paper has your home address at the top. My friend Marcus raised his hand and asked why we needed our addresses on a quiz. Mr. Rivera stared at him for a long moment before saying it was for his records, but he already had our addresses from the school system. That Friday, he assigned us a group project that made no sense. Work in groups of 4 to create an emergency contact list. Include parents' names, phone numbers, and work addresses. Also note if anyone in your family works in law enforcement. The entire class exchanged confused looks. This was English class, not some kind of census project. When someone asked what this had to do with English, Mr. Rivera said it was about organizational skills and following directions, but his voice cracked when he said it. The following week, things got stranger. Mr. Rivera started leaving class for 5 to 10 minutes at a time, always during the last 15 minutes of the period. He'd say he needed to check his messages or grab something from the office. We'd hear him in the hallway talking in this quiet, urgent voice, but could never make out the words. One day, Destiny followed him and saw him standing in the stairwell on his phone. She said he looked terrified. Tuesday morning, we walked in to find a new assignment on the board written in all capital letters. Essay due Friday. Describe the layout of your home. Include number of entrances, exits, windows on first floor, and whether you have a security system. Mr. Rivera wasn't even there yet. When he showed up 5 minutes later, he looked shocked to see it, like someone else had written it. He erased it immediately and gave us a different assignment about symbolism in the book we were reading. During lunch, 7 of us sat together trying to figure out what was happening. All these assignments asking for personal information. Mr. Rivera's weird behavior and constant phone calls. The way he seemed scared. Marcus suggested maybe he was having a breakdown. Destiny thought he might be in some kind of trouble, but none of it explained why he needed to know about our homes and families. That's when Sophie pulled out all the assignments from the past 3 weeks and laid them on the table. She'd kept everything. We spread them out and started looking for patterns. The questions he'd told us to skip on various assignments. Skip question 5. Skip numbers 2 and 7. Skip the last paragraph. Sophie wrote down all the skip instructions in order. 2, 7, last. Then she tried reading just the skipped questions. Question 5 from the first assignment had been about describing a dangerous situation. Question 2 from another worksheet asked about calling for help. Question 7 asked about trust. The last paragraph of Friday's reading was about someone being watched. Sarah grabbed her phone and pulled up Mr. Rivera's social media. She'd looked him up at the start of the year when we were curious about our new teacher. His last post was from December 22nd. Right before winter break. It was a picture of his classroom with a caption that said, "Thank you to all my students for a great semester. Looking forward to what comes next." But if you zoomed in on the whiteboard in the background, there was writing. Really small writing in the corner that none of us had noticed before. Sarah zoomed in as much as her phone would allow. The writing said, "If something happens, check my desk. Third drawer." Thursday afternoon, Mr. Rivera didn't show up to class at all. A substitute teacher arrived and told us Mr. Rivera had called in sick. We'd have a substitute for the rest of the week. The substitute seemed nervous and kept looking at his phone. That's when Marcus made a decision that changed everything. The rest of the story is on my channel or linked below.